Hey,
Hi everyone. I have Ryan here. So it looks like I see people joining in now. Let me go over. Okay, one just a second. Hi, hello everyone.
hey guys.
Okay. I am getting settled here. Just a second. Okay, just a second. Okay, so Ryan, thank you for joining. So why don't you just tell us a little bit more about yourself? Like, just introduce us. I know you're now famous on LinkedIn, but why don't you tell us more about who you are? Your history before LinkedIn. Just give us introduction. Let's assume nobody watching it knows you right now. So,
Okay.
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. My name's Ryan. I go by Ryan Noble. Sometimes that's my what my mom calls me. But I am an accountant in the Bay Area, and I actually like to specialize in marketing, which is weird, right? You'd think like all accountants are introverted and don't like people, but I actually love people, and I have a background in audit, but I ended up actually kind of moving over to marketing because I realized I'm good at art. I'm good at also meeting people. But yeah, I'm from the Bay Area, born and raised, and I'm super stoked to be here. I've been bugging Christine forever to be on to be on her LinkedIn Live. So right when she got approved, I was like, get me on there.
Yeah. So
Um,
Ryan pretty much messaged me right away. I think when I got live, it's like, yeah, and then he scheduled it in. So it's like one of my first few guests. So thanks for I'm glad you're on. So I'm gonna go look at the comment. Yeah, we have 20 people live right now. Yay! Thank you so much for joining. Say hi and then let us know where you're from, okay? So Jude says hello. Hi Jude. Masibo says good evening from Kenya. Wow, what time is it in Kenya
wow.
now?
Holy cow.
Yeah, Amanda says, good morning, Christine. Jennifer says, hi from Indianapolis. Hi. Monica Chavez said, hi, Christine. Star Nevarez,
Nice
hello.
reaction
Tim,
already.
good
Holy cow.
morning. Tim is from Phoenix. Wow. And then Justin, good evening from UAE. Wow, there's plenty of people right now. Adeline says, hi. And then Momo says, hi. Russell says, good morning from Toronto. Hi, Ryan. Ashley. Wow, okay. I'm trying to scroll to everybody right now. Okay, so and then Carol Edwards says hi. Oh, Michelle Alexander says good morning. And then Mahfoud says I will provide. Oh no, someone's spamming. Okay, Monica says okay, they're like trying to spam me now. I'm not gonna even read that. Anna says
Yes.
hello from London. Christine, nice to see you. Yeah, thank you
Anna,
everyone.
what's up?
Yeah, so okay. So you were saying you were an accountant and then you were in internal audit, right? So wow, that's cool. So why don't
Exactly.
tell us more about that. Like I mean, I used to support internal audit. So I was in data analytics, but then everybody I was working with was all internal auditors. So I know
Mhm.
you have the internal audit mindset too when it comes to LinkedIn, and we can talk more about the fake profiles and stuff like that later on. But so tell me about that. Like like you're an accountant now. You're in grad school right now, right? Hmm.
I am, yeah.
Yeah.
So I go to UC Davis right now. I'm at the Extension campus in San
Hmm.
Ramon.
Hmm.
And yeah, so I basically I like to call myself an auditor at heart, because you know I've done public auditing, so public as a you know public auditor for public companies, but I also have my main experience is or my I guess fun experience that I really enjoy doing was internal
Hmm.
auditing.
Hmm.
So basically, what that meant was creating the financial statements and communicating with the public auditors who came in for
Hmm.
or who come in for 2 3 weeks, sometimes even less, sometimes for like a day, um,
Hmm.
and
Yeah.
basically analyze your company, and basically tell you if you are going concern or not.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
it's one of those things where I've seen both sides. I've seen the public accounting side, and I've also seen the private internal audit
Mm-hmm.
side. And I personally like the private internal side because you get to know your company a little better, and you also it's a more personable role.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're a
Yeah.
public accountant, you go in for a week, you audit someone, and you leave.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's all about follow up. Um, when you're, private accountant, it's more about getting to know the company and really figuring
Mm-hmm.
out
Mm-hmm.
um, what their goals are. So
Yeah.
yeah, I
Yeah.
honestly I love accounting. I'm not really an auditor. Everyone hears the word
Um,
audit and they freak out, right?
yeah, Ryan's gonna audit all your profiles, guys.
Yeah, I will audit you.
Yeah, okay. So
Uh,
I know you're getting a graduate degree right now, right? So like I mean,
correct.
and then I know you're talking about like Big Four marketing. So yeah, let's talk about the graduate degree and then what are you trying to gain? Like you said you're gonna do Big Four marketing. Like you said, you wanna like accountant, like you really see the marketing. So it's like tell me more about this initiative, like what got you started, and then why are you pursuing this graduate degree right now?
Yeah, absolutely. Great question. So I've created this company called Next Big Four. I've been trying to market it and brand it on LinkedIn the last probably month or so, or
Mm-hmm.
specifically last week. May 1st is when I went active on Google.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But my whole goal of Next Big Four is getting a marketing aspect to accountants, right? Because accountants are known
Mm-hmm.
as these introverted, quiet numbers girls and guys, right? And I didn't really like that as an accountant because I felt like I was very personable. So I have all my friends are in the Big Four accounting firms,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
um, I am a grad student right now at UC Davis. I'm studying for marketing analytics, and
Mm-hmm.
it basically is an MBA, not
Mm-hmm.
basically, literally is an MBA.
Mm-hmm.
And I've kind of taken the initiative of creating this company and I'm trying to kind of change the game, right? Because in accounting,
Mm-hmm.
everyone is trying to get into the big companies, which is the Big Four.
Mhm. Mhm.
So I trademarked this name, Next Big Four, and
Mhm.
got a license, not a license, but I registered the company with the state as an
Mm.
LLC, and
Yeah.
I'm hopefully going to push partners that I know really well in the Big Four and in uh, smaller companies, right? Because I
Mhm.
actually worked for smaller companies, Moss Adams, Novogradac and Company, and a couple other small
Mhm.
firms.
Mhm.
To I'm basically trying to get them to push for a more personable,
Mhm.
you know, firm. And
Mhm.
I've had great experiences. Honestly, I'm really lucky. Um, I really really enjoy, um, you know, basically pushing people to be the best selves, right? Like, because
Mhm.
a lot of partners they try to maximize their client reach, and
Mhm.
a lot of partners, um, don't really know how to talk to they know how to manage their client
Mhm.
or their employees, but they don't really know how to talk to their clients that well.
Mhm.
So normally that's done at the senior level, which is someone who's 25, 26, 27 years old, and they're kind of the managers of the audits.
Yeah.
So I was lucky enough to really experience that portion of it, and then kind of go from there. But then, yeah, I decided to, you know, man, this the comments are blowing up, Christine.
No, I guess Andy Food says Ryan next big four group. Oh, he's even like put the link to your next big four group right there.
Oh
Yeah, hi
no.
Manuel. Hi Sales, and she's a nice discussion. And then Mahin says hello from Dubai. Anthony says hello from India. Yeah, guys, if you have any questions for Ryan or me, please just post it there. We keep reading the comments as they come in. So yeah, so I know Ryan. So I guess you're starting this next big four, and then now you're on LinkedIn blowing up because like you're starting a marketing agency. Well, you already started, right? Because you already registered. And then if for
Yeah.
everyone who's saying hi from California, me and Ryan actually don't live too far from each other. So I think after COVID, we might hang out with each other. I live in Silicon Valley. You live in San Ramon, right? So which is like 30 minutes away. So we're not too far from each other. I think he lives in a very nice city. I've been there. It's like a very cool, area. So okay,
It's
Oh,
very
Jane.
tight knit.
Yeah. So James Fox says, I achieved my financial freedom at the age of 38. Whoa, great job, James.
Wow.
Maybe I might
Lucky.
have you on yeah, I might have James on my LinkedIn live. So message me, James. Okay, Andy Smiley. Tim McLean said, what is your opinion on platform funding using bonds? I don't know, is that a question for me or for Ryan?
That is a specific question.
So so Tim, that's for me. So I'm not an investment advisor, so I don't give specific investment recommendation on that. But so my opinions about bonds is just a part of your portfolio, really. So I focus on educating my clients on how investments work, but not on specifics on if you should invest on something or the other. So hopefully that clarifies, because I think some people confuse me as a financial advisor or investment advisor.
Me too. I tell people I'm an inactive CPA, and they
Hmm.
literally just ask me, "Oh, what should I invest in?" I'm like,
Hmm.
I don't know. You
Yeah,
can,
it's illegal. It's illegal to tell
right,
anyone unless you're registered. Okay, so guys, coaches out there, you cannot give investment advice. You cannot tell your clients like you should invest this, invest that. Okay, so be very careful. And then I didn't want to go that route because I really believe like people, nobody should care about your finances but you. Okay, so if I
right.
manage your
It's
money,
private.
I'm
It's
the one
really private.
managing it, so
Yeah.
you're the one who should care about your finances than me. So yeah, Ryan, since we're talking about money, why don't we talk about money? So
Oh God. I
yeah.
don't have any of it. No.
Oh come on now, you're an accountant. You count stuff. Just kidding.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
So
have a
what's your
personal
story?
ledger.
Go
Yeah.
ahead.
No. Um, my story in
Yeah.
accounting, so or not in accounting, in money. So
Mhm.
I grew up in an affluent area. So San Ramon, it's a really nice city. It's a small city in the East Bay. It's
Mhm.
35 miles east of 35 miles east of San Francisco. And yeah, so I basically I've grown up around money. And I've kind of had the advantage of you know um, learning that money is very important to get your personal freedom and your like kind of personal goals in check. But
Mhm.
yeah, so for me, I went to a small school in the Northern California area called Chico State. And actually, so my first major was exercise physiology and kinesiology. Um,
Wow.
I know,
Okay.
right?
Go
Did
ahead.
not.
What?
I hate chemistry, so I basically they told me they're like, okay, you have to take 4 chemistry classes. Is that okay? And I
Uh-huh.
was like, I like exercise. I don't like I don't like chemistry.
Uh-huh.
So basically, I started taking business courses, and I realized I was really good at it.
Mhm.
And started I was the top of my class, and then the dean started reaching out to me in the accounting
Mhm.
department, and then I got involved with this accounting club called Beta Alpha Psi, and they basically pushed me to become an accounting major because I was a tutor, and my tutor expertise was statistics.
Mhm.
So um, they, I'm a history nerd. My dad is a history teacher, so he kind of
Mhm.
forced me
Yeah.
into history. So I realized that accountants, the first accountant ever, Luca Pacioli, he was a
Mm-hmm.
statistician. And
Mm-hmm.
I realized that, like, okay, this guy created the first debits and credits ledger.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, maybe, this accounting, like, money love is for me.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah, everything else from there is history. I mean, literally and figuratively. I, have been basically doing, accounting work for clients since. So I
Mm-hmm.
don't I don't like to call myself like a tax person, because then all my old friends, they get mad at me because I steal their
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I steal their clients, and I don't have a CPA license technically, and I technically am not an EA. I'm not a enrolled agent, so I'm
Mm-hmm.
not a tax expert. I can help you, but if you have tax questions, I'm going to point you to Christine.
Oh, thank you.
She's an expert. He is a legit expert.
Mm-hmm.
And I've taken my CPA exams and I've passed them, but my accounting background in public accounting is audit. So I
Mm-hmm.
don't I don't know how to do
Mm-hmm.
corporation taxes, because I've
Yeah.
never done that before for a job.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I also just do individual taxes. Like I don't want to touch corporate because I'm a personal a financial coach. So I deal only with the personal tax. So I just kind of integrate both of that together. So I'm gonna look at
nice.
the comments. Tim said, "Thank you for the answer about bonds. You're very welcome." So I'm gonna go to Andrew and then I'll go back to Muriel's question. So Christine, do you have any suggestion resources for good financial advisors for getting out of debt and aggressive saving strategy? So you're talking to one, like for whatever you said, getting out debt and aggressive saving strategy. So that's me on financial coach. Financial advisor is you go when you have you want someone to tell you what to invest on. So okay, that's a different thing. So yeah, message me afterward. We can chat about that. But basically, yeah, I that's one of my specialty, helping people getting out of debt and then like making sure they're always on positive cash flow. But the thing is that in order to get there, there's so much hurdles to go there because like people go to so much
Mhm.
trauma, they have so much history, mostly negative history or money, how they grew up, they just have so much pain around that, and there's just so much stories or junk to go through, and that's what I help out. It's like I think Christine was saying on our financial girl Christine Lucan was saying, money is emotional, and it is very emotional, and then most of the time you need a coach to work through all that emotions and junk so you can actually reach your financial goals. So hopefully that answered your question, Andrea. So let me go to the other. Well, I can't even scroll when people are typing.
I know, it's
Okay,
too
so
fast.
Moriel asked, "What is your opinion on multi-level marketing ventures?" So I think that's a question for you, Ryan. You answer that.
Yeah. So it was
Mm-hmm.
multi what? Multi.
Multi-level marketing ventures.
Okay, so MLM. I would say
Mm-hmm.
multi-level marketing it's cool. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's looked at negatively. It's looked at like a
Mm-hmm.
pyramid scheme. You hear that word
Mm-hmm.
a lot with multi-level marketing.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
I honestly really like it. I like the business structure. I just think that
Okay.
it's one of those things where if you're the owner and you're trying to push for this like kind of startup or company, then
Mm-hmm.
it's very beneficial. But you have to have a
Mm-hmm.
profit sharing structure in order for it to be successful. So if you don't, then it is very much a pyramid scheme. If you do, I've experience working with one company called Fit Team Global,
Mm-hmm.
plug.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really cool because
Mm-hmm.
they're my client, right? So I'm technically not an employee. For full disclaimer,
Mm-hmm.
I do not represent them at all. So I'm a client of theirs, and they're actually one of my first clients for Next Big Four Marketing.
Oh, okay.
And yeah, so I help them, market their brand and their company on social
Mm-hmm.
media. So
Oh,
you
got
know,
it.
it's you got to be in order for those companies to be successful. You have to
Mm-hmm.
be in love with them. Okay, so or in order for you to be successful with them,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
The product has to be so good that it
Mm-hmm.
trumps the rest.
Yep.
That's how I feel about Next Big Four, or I'm sorry,
Mm-hmm.
about 15 Global. That's how I feel
Mm-hmm.
about my own company.
Well, you should.
Yeah.
Otherwise, why are you doing that, right? So okay. Luisa said, "I am a journalist from Romania." Wow, what time is it, Luisa, in Romania? And then she said, "Love you
Wow.
guys." Okay, you are great. Thank you. And then okay, so okay, I'm gonna read through the rest of the comment. Uh,
I'm trying to catch up. Mine
Yeah,
keeps
me too.
going up.
Oh, Faye said smiley, smiley, heart, heart. Thank you, Faye.
Uh,
And then Debbie said on fire. Thank you, Debbie. Okay, so now since we already talk about all your stuff before LinkedIn and sometimes with the LinkedIn stuff, why don't you share when did you get started in LinkedIn? And then because I know we met through LinkedIn, and then because you become, I think if you're just active on LinkedIn, you just meet a lot of people on LinkedIn naturally. It's like a big small world almost. It's not like Instagram. Instagram, you're only very well known in maybe particular hashtag, right? Because I don't know Instagram very well. But LinkedIn, if you're known, you're pretty much well known. You know a lot of people on LinkedIn if you're active. So tell me, when did you get started? What was your follower count? How did you grow? And I know you do a lot of networking posts. Like what has been the pros and cons of doing that? Like so just tell us more about all your LinkedIn story, and then if you have any tips
yeah.
and stuff. Okay.
Cool. So,
Mm-hmm.
so on LinkedIn, I started being active. My first ever post was October 1st, 2019. So I started LinkedIn in February 2013. So it took me almost what is that, 7 years to make my first post.
Wow. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know, right? So whoever's starting now and afraid to post, I get it. I get you.
Mm-hmm.
It took me a long time. So now I'm 27. I got the courage when I turned 26 to start posting. So, um, you know, LinkedIn, my active status started in October, and it's been about 6 to 8 months since then. And I've gone from 500 followers to when I started at December 31st, I was at 498
Mm-hmm.
to just under 19,000 followers
Mhm.
now.
Mhm.
So honestly, guys, anyone can do it. Like, as long as you're consistent, as long as you're active, and as long as you're engaging,
Mhm.
you can become someone who's an influencer on LinkedIn. And
Mhm.
what's so cool about LinkedIn is that there's a community behind it. Like it's there. I'm not an IG expert. I don't know Instagram that
Yeah.
well. I have
I'm still learning.
yeah. I have
Mhm.
8 followers on Instagram. Full disclosure. Like I'm not.
Yeah, so people follow Ryan so he can have
Yeah.
more than 8 followers.
Yes. Follow me, please. I don't want to be that loser. Oh god.
Uh,
Ugh. But yeah, and then Facebook, I'm not active either, because of, I mean, Instagram's owned by Facebook, right? Microsoft owns
mhm.
LinkedIn.
Mhm.
So like that's how the whole, you can't really grow that much on Instagram anymore unless you have a Facebook.
Mhm.
So because I'm not active on Facebook, LinkedIn or Instagram kind of is throttled for me.
Mhm.
But I've taken it upon myself to try to get on every platform. Like, I'm on
Mhm.
Pinterest now. I haven't made
Oh.
a Tumblr yet.
Mhm.
And I've realized that, like, in order to like organically market your business,
Mhm.
you have to be on every platform.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
um,
So for me, I just decided to be LinkedIn's my main platform. Then now I'm trying to grow on Instagram. Well, I finally passed 600 followers. I think I was like less than 500 followers for the longest time. But then like I promised myself that there's two platforms I'm gonna be really good at: LinkedIn and Instagram. So I started
nice.
showing up there more. I show up pretty much everywhere on the stories, on the posts, on the IGTV, and then I was trying to go live, but I think it bombed right now. So anyway, so yeah, Facebook. I am active on Facebook mainly for the personal purpose, but right now we're
Yeah,
also streaming on
me too.
Facebook business and personal as well. So I'm trying to stream everywhere, and then I'm also on YouTube. So guys,
Multitasking.
if you're on YouTube, follow me also because I
Yes,
literally only have
YouTube.
51 subscribers.
I love
So
YouTube.
sad.
I love
Oh, okay.
YouTube. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I browse there once in a while, but not all the time. So, I'm gonna go back to the comments. So, Kristen Ellingson asks, "Is it better to be a premium member?" So, Kristen, I to do business, I'm not sure what you're trying, what your goal is. So, depending on your goal, if you're a job seeker, then yeah, maybe you might need the premium, because like there's some additional benefits. But I'm not an employee for a long time, so I don't know how that works anymore. But as an entrepreneur, like as a content creator, so I you don't really need the premium. So I only need the premium, the minimum premium version, the lowest, whatever lowest paid, just so I can
Me
see
too.
people who view my profile, because
Me too.
I
Yeah.
do check people who view my profile and I reach out to them, because there's a lot of silent people on LinkedIn. When I say silent people,
Yep.
they just like to view and then they don't even like, so but sometimes they do view your profile. So you have to be proactive and reach out to them as an entrepreneur, like I'm not messaging them to sales pitch them, but just to reach out and say, hey, I saw you read my profile, like, is there I'd love to connect with you, stuff like that. So Kristen Asan said hi from Germany. Asan asked, what about YouTube platform? What about YouTube platform? Do you have a question on, Asan? Kristen said hi from USA. Momo asked, are you on Twitter? So I assume, okay, you're asking both of us. So I am on Twitter, but when I post on LinkedIn, I do share on Twitter, but I have not checked it for a long time. I don't know how many followers or even people reading it. I just don't get Twitter. So I really don't. I don't know about you, Ryan. Are you on Twitter and do you get Twitter?
So Twitter for me is, so I do have the like Twitter account linked to my LinkedIn profile, so you can post,
Mm-hmm.
right, as long as it's under 155 characters. You can
Mm-hmm.
post on both. But at the end of the day, for me, Twitter is a little immature. like like literally and figuratively, I feel like Twitter, when it comes to social media, is
Mm-hmm.
is like not as matured as Facebook and Instagram and LinkedIn.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
honestly, so when they talk about, and I saw a question about YouTube, what about the YouTube platform? So I have a YouTube premium
Mm-hmm.
account. I think
Oh.
YouTube is,
Mm-hmm.
one of the perfect places, because when you think out of search engine optimization, right? Like in
Mm-hmm.
Google search, number two after Google search is YouTube search. So,
Mm-hmm.
and weirdly enough, Google owns YouTube. So,
Oh, yeah, that's right.
makes
Okay, so
makes sense.
when you say YouTube search, like search inside YouTube,
Hmm.
or when you Google and Google, okay, yeah, you know
Hmm.
what, I do, maybe I should, after Instagram, maybe I should focus on YouTube. But
I mean, Facebook is
so,
an amazing. So if you advertise, you can advertise
uh,
really cheaply on Instagram if you have a Facebook account. You
mm-hmm,
can't advertise on Instagram if you don't have a Facebook account. And
mm-hmm,
so I've run one ad on Instagram before, and it was $10, and it got
mm-hmm,
5,500 views, or
mm-hmm,
5,500 hits. So
mm-hmm.
that tells me that everyone's on Instagram. To be honest,
Yeah, yeah.
like,
So I guess we should go on Instagram. So
yeah.
I am trying my best to learn there. I even bought a course, but so let's see. I've been so busy, I haven't. But tomorrow's my day off, so I'm gonna continue with my Instagram course. Okay, I'm
Nice.
gonna look at the comments. Um. Okay, so Kristen. Okay, Jessica said I don't get Twitter either. Yay, me too.
Yeah, none of us do.
Kristen says, I don't tweet either. Yeah, I don't get it. So Evans, hi, I'm from Kenya. Is it okay to promote through email on LinkedIn? I'm not sure what you mean. Do you know what he means, Ryan?
Uh, I would say, so email marketing on LinkedIn. So I don't know. I would be careful with that. Just in general, when I get I get emails from marketers on LinkedIn, I like to just kind of
Oh.
move to if that's what she means, I like to just move it to my spam folder, honestly.
Yeah,
Um,
I
if I
hate
don't
it.
know you.
Yeah. So Evans, like I think I hide my email address, right? But for people, I think
Yeah,
the
I
people who
hide
took
it
the
too.
time, they'll go to my website, they can find my email. And then I do get emails once in a while, like I think they found my email somehow LinkedIn, and they go to my website, and then all of a sudden they try to market to me, and I really really don't like that. So I would
Yeah,
not recommend that, because I feel like Evan, so you should focus more, like if you want to promote something, focus on building relationships. So that's when someone comes to me for LinkedIn coaching, I'm all about build relationship. Don't focus on selling, don't focus on the dollar amount. You focus, because at the end of the day, I'm not sure what service what you're trying to sell. So me and Ryan, I think it's a service business, right? I think end of the day, or maybe if it's product, then it's not really personal. But then for me as a coach, it's a service business, it's personal. I have to gain people's know, like, and trust factors. So I don't message my people I don't know and says, hey, you want to get on a call with me, and then I can see how I can help you. You want to schedule it with me? So I
yeah. Don't
I
do that.
never do.
Don't
I
do
never.
that.
You know what will happen if you do that? It's a one-way trip to the spam folder. Okay. LinkedIn has a spam
Yeah.
now. You click report spam. It goes to the spam folder, and then like depending on how annoying the message is, I'll probably report the profile and block too. But it depends. If it's not, it's harmless,
That's what
then
I do
I'll
too.
spam. So then I will never see your
Uh,
message anymore because in spam folder. But that's your fault, right? You one way one way trip. So that is my biggest advice to you. Okay, so do not cold message. Okay, if you have to message people, just say
don't cold
hi, or
message.
yeah, just say hi. Start just think about you're going to a party. How would you start a conversation? So you don't
Yeah.
go like, hey, you want to get on a call with me? Here's my card, and then the people like,
Don't
what?
even.
Like,
Yeah, guys. Don't even say hey. What's up? Because it's like for me,
yeah, who are you? Where are you from?
yeah, I don't even know anything about you, bro.
Yeah, it's like, hi, how are you? Yeah, where are you from? And then I'm like, did you just see my profile? It says San Francisco Bay Area.
Yeah, if you took 5 seconds to get to
Yeah,
know me, you
I
would know
know.
where I'm from.
Oh my God. Anyway, so let's not go. Okay, so Francisco said, greetings from Mexico. Wow, awesome. What time is it in Mexico? Okay, Tim said, Christine, I do agree with you on LinkedIn. I have been on since 2002. However, it has been casual. I have 4,000 connections and I truly enjoy all of them as much as I'm enjoying you and Ryan. Oh, thank you, Tim.
Oh, wow,
Um,
Tim, heart,
so
heart.
so Jessica, what course are you taking to understand Instagram better? So Jessica, I don't like to do a promotion here because like I have not finished the course yet. So if I have finished the course, I'll let you know. But the best thing for you is to follow me on Instagram, Tay Financial Coaching, and then just see if you see progress, growth, then I guess it's working. So
Yeah,
same thing with same thing with LinkedIn, right? So when people ask me about coaching, what can I help them? I said, go through my profile, look at my followings, look at my engagement. That's the type of things I'm gonna teach you. Okay, I'm for sure I'm not gonna teach you to cold message, cold pitch. So it's all about you look at what where are they already? Have they accomplished what you want them to do? Because there's a lot of LinkedIn coach out there who says, I'm gonna find you leads and whatever, and then you go to their profile, they don't have a lot of followers, or if they have a lot of followers, you look at their engagement, they literally don't have a lot of engagement. And you know what they teach you? They're gonna teach you Salesforce, how to cold message, how to message people. It's not about building that brand, that relationship. So you can go either way how you want to build LinkedIn, right? You do the door knocking way or the shotgun way, you shoot 100 people and then maybe 100 things, and maybe you can hit like 5 of them. Or you want to build like a personal brand relationship, people know you. So you choose option A or option B, how you want to do it, right? A lot of people want the shortcut. Fine, then do the shotgun effect and then see how long that will last you, right?
yeah.
So
Good luck with that
up
one,
to you.
guys.
Okay, so let me go to the comment. Okay, so Sachin said, greetings from India. Hi, what time is it there now? I think it's past midnight now, right? Evan said, awesome, built relationship. Yes. And then Kristen, why do they say that it's crazy? Oh, Kristen said, I respond, didn't you see my profile? Yes, yes. Oh my God. Like even now, like I think even men like get the messages like it's like some people think it's Tinder, right? It's like it's like
Yes, it's not a
it's like
dating app, guys.
yeah, I think you
I get those
stumble at the
messages
long.
all the time. I'm like, don't tell me I'm cute on Insta or on LinkedIn. I don't like that, guys.
Okay, just say Ryan's ugly. Okay, just kidding.
Yeah, tell her. Yeah,
I'm
say I'm ugly. Yeah.
so yeah. What kind of messages are you getting? I'm just curious because I only get like as a woman, like I it. So tell me that what was your weirdest messages on
Oh
LinkedIn?
God, we're going there. So I would say when people tell me I'm cute, or like if it's those messages, I'm like, I don't even know what to say. I say like, "Thank you, ma'am," like, or like, okay. But like when I get some messages sometimes that are um, like, "Tell me where you're from." Like, can you please? I got one where it was like, "Can you please get me into your country? I'm in trouble and I need help." And I'm like, I
Yeah.
don't know, I don't know how to do that. Like, I'm just a like a young young guy from the Bay Area. Like, if
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to get you into this country. I don't know how to, like,
Yeah.
help with it. I mean, most of it's help with a job,
Mm-hmm.
and into the U.S., or like, because a lot of people, which is kind of cool, they want to come get an education in the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
So like those people, I try to help them in terms of just telling them like, yeah, like the U.S. education system is pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's a big debt problem, student debt crisis right
Mm-hmm.
now. But that's a
Yeah.
conversation for another time.
Oh yeah. I mean, do you have student debt like Ryan, or are you avoiding that? So yeah. What I
I do.
mean.
Yeah,
Okay. So
unfortunately.
okay, so what is your opinion about the student debt? Like, do you think people should avoid that as much as possible, and if they do,
Oh,
then okay, go ahead.
yeah. So, student debt for me is worth it always. It's like buying a home, and in
Okay.
where I'm from, but though, like, a home is 10 times more expensive than student debt. It's crazy. Crazy in the
Yes,
Bay
where
Area,
we're
guys.
from.
Where we're from. Yeah, where we're from.
Yes. Yeah,
Uh,
my home. I'm so glad we bought
she's
our
even
home
worse.
in.
She's
Yeah, no,
even worse.
I'm so glad we bought it in 2016 because like if we
Oh,
waited another year or two, oh my God, it just shoot up. Even with the pandemic, I mean, our area it just has a strong real estate market. It's not gonna crash. So we're very very
yeah, it's
happy. I'm
possible.
so glad we got into our home because then there's so much benefit in owning a home because then you will never have increased rent, and then you have the tax deduction. But again, when my clients come to me and ask me should I buy her home or rent, it's very very personal. We have to look at the
It
entire
is.
holistic, so that you don't want to get into the mindset, oh, I have to own a home, I don't have to own a home, but then at the expense that you're broke and then you can't do anything else, so it might not be worth it, right? So but
Yeah.
yeah, so anyway, so go ahead. These are the student debt. Yeah, I mean our home. Yeah, it's crazy here. Like if you look at the real estate. Hmm.
It's so crazy that, like, you can't even compare it to other places. Okay,
Yeah.
so like we live in this bubble. They
Yep.
call it a bubble. So, anyways, so for me, student debt is super worth it. Like, your education is something that you take with you the rest of your life,
Mhm.
um, and no one can take that away from you.
Mhm.
So like a home, someone, the bank can take it away
Mhm.
from you. So for student debt, it's more about um, basically growing as a person, and also, like, well, I think it's like 30 something percent of people have bachelor's
Mhm.
degrees,
Mhm.
whereas 5 to 10% have master's degrees.
Mhm.
So for me, I'm trying to get a master's degree, and I really appreciate my teachers, because all my teachers are, from Stanford, they're from Michigan, they're from Harvard, they're from all these top name
Mhm.
schools in the U.S., and they're putting their time in to teach you how to better yourself as a person. So
Mhm.
personally, for me, um, I think it's worth it. And also too, there are, I think, and I don't know if you can confirm this, Christine. I think there are tax benefits of like, after. if you're
Mhm.
paying for student debt opposed to other debt, right? Like if
Mhm.
you just go out and get an SBA 7 loan, or
Mhm.
a PPP, or
Mhm.
like
Yeah.
I I think that student debt is more beneficial, because you are actually, you're basically investing in yourself. You're investing in
Mhm.
yourself to finish that program. And
Mhm.
honestly, like even if it takes 10 years for me to pay off my student debt,
Mhm.
or however long, like as long as I set up a plan with someone like Christine,
Mhm.
um, then I find it beneficial because at the end of the day, I want to be a homeowner one day, right? Like I want to actually, become that homeowner that can really. I mean, if anything, for me personally, it's about getting that 20% deduction, or the 20% of my home, as a business, which I'm applying for already, and I'm working with. I also I have a private CPA. So just full
Mhm.
disclosure, I don't do my own taxes completely because I own a
Mhm.
business. So I
Mhm.
need someone else to help me. So,
Yep. Yeah.
like
Yeah.
it's my thing.
Mhm.
I can't do it all myself, right?
Yeah.
And they also
Yeah.
help me as an independent third party, right? Like I think
Mhm.
it's so important to have someone like Christine or CPA, to help you independently of yourself, right? Because
Yeah.
they can look at the picture holistically.
Mhm.
Um,
Yep.
and
The
yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, good point. So yeah, I want to clarify for everyone, like every time people think about taxes, they always just think of CPA. So here in California, for them to charge money for taxes, at the minimum, they have to be a California registered tax preparer. So that's, you take 60 hours of class. So if you go to H&R Block or Liberty Tax, everyone has to be registered. And then sadly, Congress doesn't mandate that all states need to be registered. So you can, there's probably a handful of only states that actually needs to be registered. So a lot of other states, they can be anybody that will charge you, and they don't even have to be registered. So that's the lowest one, so sadly. And then the second one, the two categories, that a CPA or an enrolled agent. So a CPA, like it's very broad, right? They can focus on many different things. They can go corporate, they can do internal
Very
audit,
broad.
whatever. So
Yeah.
it's very broad, it's a lot harder to get. And then like, but then like you have to find a CPA that specializes in taxes. So CPA can represent you as well in front of IRS. Then there's the enrolled agent, which is us. So enrolled agent is an IRS designation. So for me, we have to pass three tests to be able to be designated by the IRS. Then every year we have to get a continuing education to be, so we can
CE.
keep that. And
Yeah.
then yep, CE, and we have to make sure that we follow the ethics and stuff like that. So we can also represent our clients in front of the IRS. And then there's also the tax attorney. And then tax attorney, you normally go to him for a more complicated one. Like for example,
Yeah.
I had a
Those are
prospect.
expensive.
Yeah, I had a prospect come to me. So they're a U.S. citizen or U.S. resident, and then he had he had a rental property in some other foreign country that he never reported for 10 years. Rental income for 10 years. So if you have a foreign income you never report, that's a big boo boo. There are tax professionals who will not come close to anyone who
Nope.
never report, because that's a very big. So I told him, I can't help you. You need to go to a tax attorney, because that's a big thing. So yeah,
Yeah.
and I just want, and then I want to go back to the student debt, like you said. So yeah, everyone has their own opinion, and then Ryan has his own opinion. But the best thing, the best investments, of course, is yourself. How do you invest in yourself? Education, self-care, and then because no one can take that away from you, right? It's an investment. So again, like in terms of, is that a good investment or not, so it's all personal. So I'm not here as a coach to tell you what you should or should not do. When I work with my client, I look at all the options they have. So what are the pros and cons if you have student debt? what are other options we have, for not having student debt. So we're gonna go over all of that. And then you were asking if student loan is good. So when you graduate, so sadly, student loan is not all deductible. It all depends on your income. So I have a client who she makes very good money. Unfortunately, none of her student loans, which was actually six-figure student loans, is not deductible. So it didn't really serve her well for her case. But then if your income is low enough, there's actually I forget the range now. There's so much numbers to memorize for tax, like literally you can't memorize
There
everything.
is.
But there's a, yeah, you need a cheat sheet and stuff. Like I remember I had to
That's why
memorize.
I'm not a
Yeah,
tax expert at all. That's why I
no,
don't even.
no tax professional is ever gonna memorize every ranges. So that's why they got Google or cheat sheet. You need a cheat sheet. But the only time I memorized those ranges was when I took the test. Like you literally had to memorize so many. Like what is the range for this to be qualified for this for this? I'm like I was confused with
I
all
did
the
that
range
for
and then
reg, for my reg
yeah.
CPA exam. I
So
was like, oh god.
gladly I passed the test. Yeah, I was so happy to pass the test. So okay, let
Uh,
me go over the comments. So Anna said I had that recently, and then he tried to get me to part with my money for some scheme. Yeah, so yeah, don't fall for those stupid messages on LinkedIn. And then Tim said those are scammers 90% of the time. Like who say you're cute.
yeah, they
So
are. They are. Agreed.
Yogesh said, yeah, Yogesh said greetings from nice meeting. Michael said meeting greetings from Ghana. Wow, Ghana. Like I don't know what time is it there. So yeah, okay, so Ryan, what do you have anything more to share about LinkedIn? Like what else do you want to talk about? We're already almost an hour here. So and then
No.
if you have more questions, just please feel free before Ryan goes away. And then so so yeah, so share with us more. Like I mean, do you have any last minute thoughts for people on LinkedIn? Like like what message do you have for them? How to find you, and then and stuff like that. Whatever you wanna message you wanna share.
Yeah, so I would say, guys, if you want to get, like LinkedIn famous, or if you want to,
Uh-huh.
like grow like me and Christine grow, then engage.
Mhm.
I would recommend engaging. Um,
Mhm.
like be that first person who comments.
Mhm.
Send out connection requests, accept connection requests. Do as much as you can to engage, because engagement is how you grow on LinkedIn. Um,
Mhm.
and that's like how you grow in life too, right? Like if you talk to people,
Yeah.
and get
If
to
you
know
don't
them,
respond back, you're just like just like listening.
yeah,
Like so you're
you're
not
like, "Mhm,
engaging.
yeah,
How can
yeah,
you build a
you're engaging, you know,
relationship?
yeah, and I
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I feel like that so Christine, the reason she's so successful on LinkedIn, and probably why she's going to be so successful on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube is because she's engaging. She engages
Thank
with her.
you.
Yeah, no, seriously, and
Mhm.
I appreciate that so much, and that's how I got to know Christine. I haven't met her in
Yep.
person because this stupid
COVID.
virus. Yeah, it's like God.
Uh-huh.
There's so many people I've met in the Bay Area that I've been like, let's meet sometime in real life,
Mhm.
because like it's different right now. But
Yeah.
um, I would recommend right now more than ever, to be engaging on LinkedIn, because the
Mhm.
platform is growing so much that it's throttling the servers. Like
Mhm.
it's such a big community now, and it's such a growing
Mhm.
community that if you do stay active, like, and so you can find me. So I like to use my full name. I use my full name on LinkedIn and on my platforms, because I feel like I'm noble. My middle
Oh,
name is
Michael
Noble.
no Ryan Noble Cesarelli, right? Okay.
It's Check.
I'm
It's
glad I pronounced it right.
Ceccarelli. Yeah, it's Ceccarelli, but
Ceccarelli.
yeah.
What's your ethnicity? Like what's the yeah. Uh-huh.
So I'm Italian. I'm Italian. Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice. Yeah, so
yeah,
we both your parents are Italian?
yep. Well, my mom is
Oh, so
Irish. So
oh, okay. Well,
yeah.
when did they move here? Like, I mean, were they born and raised here? Are you second. Well, you're second immigrant, right? Like
I'm a third generation
oh,
Californian. So
third.
my grandpa
Okay.
moved here from Italy.
Ah, got it. Got it.
So he moved to the Central Valley, Bakersfield.
Mm-hmm.
So my dad is American and my mom is but my mom and dad are both American. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm a I'm a or I'm sorry, my great grandpa moved here from Italy. So
Mm-hmm.
my grandpa's American, my dad's American, and I'm a third gen Californian. Is how
Wow. Yes,
I know.
California is great. Yeah, my mom also, my parents also, no, not my parents. My mom moved here, so I'm a second generation California too. Yeah, I always get confused with that.
Nice.
Anyway, so I wrote an
Me
article.
too.
I am an immigrant because like, so my parents were born and raised in the Philippines, and then I was born and raised there. Then we all immigrated here. So
Nice,
okay,
nice.
cool. So yeah, so I hope everyone enjoyed our chat. So I know it's almost the hour. So I really appreciate everyone who joined our
Thank you
live.
guys.
So yeah, thank you so much. It's always very appreciated. So yeah, if you have any feedback or whatever or any questions, I'm still figuring out. I want to come on live tomorrow, like a solo Sunday ask me anything. I'm not sure because like I almost feel I'm doing live almost
Hey
every day
man,
now. So so I don't know. So we'll
nice.
see. Okay, so to Anna said, thank you so much, Bod. This has been so insightful. Have lots of nuggets of wisdom from this. Thank you for your time. Oh, you're very welcome, Anna. Thank you so much for joining. Asan said, why is that? I see that only 10% of followers give feedback or reaction. It is less than 1% for celebrities. Okay, Ryan, do you have an opinion on that?
It's tough. Honestly, it's tough.
Hmm.
There are a lot of silent followers. I have silent followers, so um,
Yes,
you know
yes.
that's how it is. People are
Yep.
nervous. They don't want to get fired. You know.
Yeah, and yeah, exactly, exactly. Like employees, they don't want to engage because I don't know who's gonna be seeing. They can see your activity unless, well, actually, they can see your activity. So unless
They
I
can
don't know
see
if
it.
you can actually, yeah, no, actually, you actually can make that your activity invisible. There's a setting on
Yep,
profile
you
you
can.
you don't show. So in I guess in a way you can kind of hide that, but most employees they don't want to engage again because they don't want to get fired. Like, what are you doing? You're at work, and then why are you like
Yeah,
logging onto like
you
LinkedIn
shouldn't
or
be on
Instagram?
social media or whatever. Like,
No, you
yeah,
should just be working 100% of the time.
yeah. Don't have a
Okay, so
life.
Evan said this was very insightful. Yeah, thank you so much. So Ryan,
Thank
thank you
you.
so much for coming on. Yeah, so just hang tight and then thank you so much, guys. Okay. Carry on.